trying to be secret too. You know, I'm hiding myself. Then Michael laughing louder than anybody. Everybody know Michael's laughing.
Right.
He's like, I was like, Michael, shut up.
I've been around legends so much it stopped feeling like a big deal. Then one little moment happens, and suddenly it's the funniest thing in the world.
He knows everybody.
Yeah. You know everybody?
I kind of do, you know. And
Not only do you know Michael Jordan,
I wear Jordan 1s and the most comfortable shoes, and every time I see Michael, he look at your shoes. First thing he do is look down, what kind of shoes you got? Reebok, man, you crazy.
Muhammad Ali?
He said, you a funny mother Tucker. I said, all right.
Did he really?
I thought he was going to say something else.
You hang out with Prince now.
I went over his house, man, because Prince have a club in his house.
You were friends with Michael Jackson, right?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all hung out.
We hung out.
Okay, how about like Stevie Wonder?
I know Stevie. Stevie's, oh, man, he called me.
Keep trying. You're going to have to go way deep into Stevie Wonder.
Fame didn't just bring money, it brought requests. Everybody heard the checks were big and showed up with ideas.
What is your family's reaction to your success?
Oh, they all quit their jobs when they found out I was making $20 million a year. They said, we rich, we rich. I was like, no, I'm rich, I'm rich.
Jackie kept giving me gifts nonstop. I had to step back like, hold on, am I losing this exchange?
Jackie was so kind and so nice. He would give me a gift every day on the first rush hour set. He would send me over a gift, a different gift. I said, man, what is this? Part of his culture? He's so nice. Then I realized he's from China. They make everything over there. He was getting it for free anyway.
Oh, that's very unfair.
He wasn't paying for nothing.
Oh, man.
He was looking out the window like, look at Chris Tucker. He gonna go broke trying to keep up with me. We make Jordan 1s in Taiwan.
In Hong Kong, nobody knew me like that. They thought I was Kobe. I said I'll take it.
I was the only black person in Hong Kong. I was looking for black people. I said, where are the black people at? No black people, no. They thought I was Kobe Bryant, man. They didn't know who I was.
Like Kobe Bryant.
Like, Kobe, sign my autograph, Kobe. We love you. Where's Shaq?
However,
Michael tried to sneak into a movie like a ninja. 2 minutes later, he's the loudest person in the room.
Go in public anywhere with Michael Jackson?
You know what? We go to the movies sometimes, but it's hard because Michael got to sneak in the movie right before it starts. So Michael come in there like with a ninja suit on. He's hiding and he's sitting there. Where's Michael? And then I turn around. He's like, hey, Chris. I'm like, oh, man. How long you been here? About 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Did I scare you? And then all of a sudden, we watching the movie. He's the loudest person in there.
Really?
You know? Yeah, he's watching the movie like, hee. I said, Michael, would you shut up before people see you? Sorry, it was funny, Chris.
Yeah.
You compliment something at Michael's house, it might become yours. I pushed it with a Rolls Royce. That's where he drew the line.
Michael was just so nice. He would give you anything if you liked something. Like I was just complimenting a flat screen TV he had, and he gave it to me. I was like, Michael, I didn't want the TV. But then the black came out of me. I started liking everything after that. I said, Michael, I like that Rolls Royce. That's a bad Rolls Royce. Not the old one, the new Rolls Royce, right there. He was like, you like it, Chris? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, you sure you like it? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, well, you better go buy one, because I ain't giving you my Rolls.
Jackie don't just have places, he owns places. And I thought I was visiting a friend. Turns out I was touring his empire.
You ever had a neighbor that borrow your shit and keep it so long you have to borrow it back?
First time I met Jackie, he barely talked. I'm thinking, how are we gonna make a whole movie like this?
What's it like in China with Jackie Chan?
He's the man. Jackie owned everything. He's like, you like hotel? He said, you like hotel? I said, yeah, it's my hotel. That's my hotel. No. So I got to do more movies. And then he was like, wow, you over here. I said, I came to see you. What do you think I'm over here for? You're the only person I know in China.
I tried to dance like Michael Jackson. Problem is, I keep kicking with the wrong foot.
We was in a meeting and we was getting ready to do the movie and Jackie didn't say nothing the whole time. He was just like shaking his head. Okay.
First time I met Chris Tucker, we tried to make Rush Hour 1, then sit in the meeting room. Jackie! He keep talking, I just looking.
He's so fast.
And I pulled the director aside after me. I said, does he speak English, man? It's no way we can do this movie if he don't speak English, man. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That was the whole thing I came up with. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because I was like, the first time I met him, I was like, do he understand English? Does he speak English?
That Bill Clinton impression started as a joke. Next thing I know, I'm doing it in Africa in front of officials.
I went to Africa one time with Bill Clinton. I started doing impressions of Bill Clinton. He started liking it. He was like, oh, shit, that sounds just like me. He invited me to Africa. He said, Tucker, you want to go to Africa with me? You're black. I'm black. I think you're like it. So I started doing the impressions, man. Everywhere we went, he wanted me to do them. Every country we went to. Finally, I got tired. We got to Nigeria. He wanted me to do it in front of the president of Nigeria. And I was scared. Shit, if I mess it up, they put me in jail. And Tucker, come on now. I need you. I done set it up now. Come on, don't let me down. You want to ride home, right? Huh?
Once I start riffing, nobody can hold it together. That's how scenes turn into 50 takes real quick.
That's right, Lee. For the last 3 years, I've studied the ancient teaching of booty. Booty.
I bought 2 houses next to each other. Didn't want neighbors, so I became my own neighbor.
Show your ass! Show your ass! Yes.
I asked Charlie Sheen for the Ferrari. Next thing you know, he forgot I even had it.
What did you spend money on?
I was spending too much money. I bought 2 houses right next door to each other. It was crazy. I said, I'll take that one too. I don't want nobody to mess with me. I was borrowing stuff for myself.
Well, that's got to be crazy, too.
Growing up, cupcakes were like contraband. You had to move fast, or they were gone.
They put their hands on you.
And they tried to, man. And one dude gonna come try to grab me from the back. That's how they caught me. That's how they brought me in. They was slanging like that. Did they grab me? Yeah. Man, get the hell out of me, man! Hey! Where your shirt at?
We couldn't stop laughing. We did 56 takes one way, and we got one clean, and Brett Ratner started laughing. I'm like, oh! But it was magic.
I invited my family to see me perform. Worst night possible. I didn't even get on stage.
Charlie let me borrow his Ferrari, man, when I was like 24 or something like that.
Did you own your own?
No, I didn't have one then. I just asked him because I was like fearless, like, Charlie, let me borrow your Ferrari. He was like, okay, sure. I was like, what?
There were so many cars in the driveway back then. Yeah. It was cool to have another parking space open, you know?
I kept that Ferrari so long, he forgot I had it. He was like, do you have my Ferrari? I said, I think I do.
Right.
He said, you want to bring it back? Okay.
Money talk.
Oh, Money Talk with Charlie Sheen. That's Charlie Sheen. That was the funnest movie ever, man, because I would show up late for work, and Charlie wouldn't show up at all. They were like, they'd be arguing with me, and then all of a sudden, Charlie ain't even here. What y'all arguing with me for? Find Charlie first, okay?
Soon as success hit, everything flipped. Same people laughing. Now asking for money.
We used to hide the cupcakes, you know, because I'm the youngest of 6 kids. We hide the cupcakes because they be gone. By the time my mama get home, she said, Mama, I got that groceries for you. I got that. You take it in there, you hide them cupcakes. You know, you take out 3 or 4 of them. Mama, what happened to the cupcakes? Hey, man, Mama just bought 2 of them, man. I'm sorry.
His brothers eventually got their payback, though.
My brothers, I invited them down to the club, and from, being from Georgia, and like you said, they, being a comedian, like, what? They was all laughing at me, like, all right, I'm gonna come down and see you perform. I invited them down to the comedy club, and they was down there, and I was on the list, but being a comedian, you might not get to go up.
It's not guaranteed.
So I didn't get to go up that night, so I had to ride all the way home, and they was in the car. I thought you was a comedian. You didn't go up and all this stuff, and I said, okay, one day I'm gonna go up, y'all gonna see. So now they ask me for money every day, and I said, I thought you was gonna pay me back. When you gonna pay me back?
People see you in public and lose their minds. Like celebrities don't buy groceries or eat cereal.
People think stars live in Hollywood. You live in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta.
Do they leave you alone in Atlanta?
Sometimes it's because they don't see a lot of celebrities, so they be coming up to me, looking at me like, hey, man, you? I'm like, yeah, I'm me. You? Like, what you doing out here in the grocery store shopping? I've got to eat, too. I'm getting some food. You think I'm a superhero?
Michael wanted to go to the mall like normal. Only disguise we had? A Spider-Man mask.
I hate waiting on people. You ever had somebody call you, tell you they on their way, you call them back, them still at home? You said you was on your way, man. My clothes in the dryer, man. Damn. And you be mad as a till you get there. You be happy as like, oh, punk ass, always late. What's up, T? Let's get out of here.
I called Jackie by his real name mid-scene. That was it. Scene over. Everybody gone laughing.
One time we went to a mall. We was out, and he forgot he was famous. And we finally said, Michael, you can't go in the mall, man. You forgot who you are. He said, well, let's go. And only thing that was in the car was a Spider-Man mask. So Michael said, I'll put this on. We'll go in and we get. I said, Michael, you can't do that. They gonna know it's you, Michael. He's like, no, he won't. Chris, it'll work. It'll work. We go in the mall, and he was getting away with it until people figured it out, because I was with him, and he was like, Chris, is that Michael Jackson in that Spider-Man mask? No, that's Spider-Man.
Kevin Hart met me house shopping. First thing I told him, pay your taxes.
We'd love to see that. We would love to see that, Jack. Now, Jackie, we would love to see that. Wouldn't we love to see that?
His name is Lee, goddammit.
Lee, we would love to see that.
I got a funny Chris Tucker story. We were buying our first house, and we're coming in this neighborhood, and I didn't know that Chris lived in the neighborhood. And this is when Chris was like having the taxes problems, right? So I'm like in the house, and Chris comes by, and all he says from outside is, pay your taxes, man. I go, what? Well, I'm here, man. I got a house down here too, man. They told me he's coming here. I'm just telling you, pay your taxes. And he left.
That's real advice, though. It's great advice.